WBRD. We are live in color.
What's up, everybody, man? My name is Anthony, and welcome to Live in Color. I am the host, and we have here
Mila Townsend.
Jamar Buckley.
All right, now we finna get into some things real quick. First things first. Everybody that you see right now, we were all a part of the Million Man March, so we want to give y'all folks a little recap of what happened, and I would just like to know what did y'all think about it and how did y'all learn from it.
I liked it. It was a great experience. Great road trip there and back, and even being there, part of history. Was
just simply the environment. Like, it was something you could feel in the air that everyone there had a common goal, a common purpose, and it was just a wonderful environment. Such an amazing opportunity. So glad I went.
And just to know that it wasn't just for Black people. It was more open to all the different minorities. You had Chinese, Latinas, everybody, Native Americans,
Yeah.
just all under one place.
Yes, very peaceful. No one was acting up. This was not a time for people to be foolish or to just do something for publicity. It was just something in the air. People were there to make a change. It was not there for social purposes or to just act a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, the good people were there, and good people were there to do good things and to say good things and to make a change.
And I think, like, when you speak on publicity and that no violence can't erupt it, I feel like that's the reason why it wasn't a lot of publicity on the actual event, because, everybody has an issue with BET not covering it, and I'm thinking, like, dang, it's like the media only covers Black situation unless there's violence in it, and this was very peaceful. Like, we were there. There was like only one instance somebody got thrown out, but I think it had nothing to do with violence. I just think he was kind of interrupting those who was speaking, and it's like so many people were there, and it wasn't one act of violence, and then nobody want to cover this peaceful protest, and it was crazy, especially BT. Everybody had to fit about them not covering it, especially when like all they showing is very little back in the day throwback TV shows and just. Husbands of Hollywood, and y'all had this thing that's humming. This is like once in a lifetime thing. Y'all don't want to cover. It's like, man, it wasn't violence. Y'all didn't want to cover. Like, what is the issue with that? I don't get it.
It reminded me of like the civil rights movement too. It's very peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I feel like I was blessed to be part of something bigger than me. It's like I set this as a goal to make sure I went to this. This was like before school started, and I felt like I accomplished something being able to go. Like it was a long hassle trying to get to DC, and it's like that's the farthest I ever been outside of Indiana. So I was blessed to see everybody come together from people from different states. And it was like people you would not probably speak to on a regular day though, but just the fact that you know what the purpose was, you just felt humble. You feel like you was confident. You felt comfortable talking to somebody at McDonald's. It's like, why are you waiting for your McGriddle? Like, we just waiting on, but we're talking to everybody.
Meeting friends.
Meeting friends, And it's like, it wasn't like, where you from? Indianapolis. It's like, Indianapolis, okay, I'm from New York. Okay. How do you like it? It was so humbling. It's like, I wish, if this happened every day, like, Black people do have potential. It's like we do. It's like we just got to work at it as far as coming together every single day, and I just loved it.
Yeah. And meeting people that went to the original March too. Great piece of history.
Oh yes. What was the guy? Clinton?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shouts to Clinton. I know he's probably not gonna watch the show, but still hearing somebody who actually went to the first one, just hearing their differences on what's the difference between the two, and that they were just proud that people like of our age was able to go. And I felt kind of good about myself knowing that I'm only 20 years old, but it seemed like this is important for old heads to see, like, yes, we need the youth to come because the power is in the youth. We have the wisdom, but it's that energy, that enthusiasm comes for us. And I'm glad there was a lot of people around our age that came to experience that. Kids, too. Little kids in the suits, being entrepreneurs. I'm like, man, I'm loving it. I'm seeing this, you know what I'm saying? They already, look, Donald Trump at the beginning. Not that. But still, as far as you want to be a business person at a young age, it's like, man, I see us, we're going to prosper. I feel like we are really is.
Revolution.
Alright, so next topic, we're going to talk about the Lamar Odom. As if you didn't know, Lamar Odom passed out at a brothel in Nevada. There was known to found many drugs inside of him, and he was in a coma. And, one situation that really kind of stood out was that fact that at all people that came to visit him, it was Khloe Kardashian, a part of Kardashian's family. And then I guess since he's recovered from it so far, but since then, earlier this week, they found out that they went to the judge and told him that they didn't want to get a divorce, and I guess they're now back together. So how do y'all feel about that?
Well, I think judging from the shows previously, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, he's always struggled with this drug problem because of his father in and out of his life and stuff. So I think that had a big impact to do, and then all the media always gets to him and stuff. So
very high stress position he's always been in, whether it was his father or the issues with his son passing tragically, and a very high profile marriage, a very high profile job. The stress on him, I'm not gonna say it was only a matter of time before something like this happened, but the fact that it happened and Khloe came back, I mean, yay for love, of course, that's great, but
I feel like him getting to that lifestyle kind of was a motive for him to go to drugs and all that. I feel like that, as a basketball player, but you're in a lifestyle with socialites, I don't think that really intertwined, because you're getting caught up in reality, but at the same time you need to be a basketball player. And he still had a good career. He had 2 championships with the LA Lakers. But I still doing the life that they live. Because first, actually, I feel sorry for James Harden, because I think they were dating. But now, since Khloe with Lamar, obviously Harden got the go. Right. But I feel like this summer, with Harden, he was on the yacht with them. I'm like, okay, and he's at the start of his career. I'm like, I kind of feel happy for James Harden that he can just go back to focus just on basketball, because that type of lifestyle could distract you from what you really was in this world to do in the first place. His goal was to be a basketball player, and I think that lifestyle just distracts them from doing that, and they're invited to a life that's just different other than basketball. So I'm not really proving that, but it's not my opinion. But I wasn't kind of happy seeing that they caught off their divorce. That's just my opinion.
You weren't happy.
Yeah, I wasn't happy.
Well, I mean, it kind of speaks for Khloe Kardashian herself. She took the courage upon herself to go visit Lamar. So there's something there. I know she has relationship problems coming back from French Montana and all that. What she's doing.
Think about who all she been. French Montana, James Harden, Lamar Odom. It's like they just don't. What do they all got in common other than James Harden and Lamar Odom being basketball players? But you go from French Montana, it's like. I don't see it. It's just hard to keep a real relationship as a celebrity. Especially
there's a lot of celebrities are with other celebrities, so it's not really like they're with real people. It's just for publicity.
Yeah, and we never know what could happen when he gets 100% better in a few months. This whole life or death cloud is off the relationship, and they go back to the regular old Khloe and Lamar.
Yeah.
There's no telling what crazy he's gonna have to do next to reassure that they'll come back together.
He said
this could just be
if she takes him back, that he'll stop doing drugs.
And if she don't.
That's
not depend on that.
I don't know, man. I just don't think Lamar just needs to get away from that family and just focus on him and his family in general with his kids.
Yeah.
I just don't think that going back to that lifestyle is just not going to help him. Because that lifestyle really, has the benefits, but as well as the drawbacks of being that lifestyle. I just feel like he don't need to be involved with that again. But I don't know. It is what it is. I guess he really loves the girl. She must really loves him. Feel sorry for James Harden. You know what I'm saying?
He come this way.
But he has a $200 million contract with Adidas, so I'm sure he's not really tripping. His NBA career is now just really finna take off, so I know he's not really having a setback on that. So, but at the end of the day, though, I guess love conquers all. But anyways, we're going to get more a little local. Let's talk about the issues going on in the colleges around this state, man. And there's not throwing shade. Yes, this radio show was founded on Ball State, but still, we have to talk about the issues and the stuff that are going on at IU and ISU. Like at ISU, their homecoming last weekend, a boy that he was in high school, went to North Central, transferred to Manual, went up there just to have fun for homecoming. But unfortunately, he ends up, he got shot and he was pronounced dead. So I just want to know, how do you bring violence? And I think the people that killed him, they were 18-year-olds. They're from Indy too.
Yeah, really.
They were high school students.
I wasn't sure. I don't think they were in high school. I don't know. I don't think they put it in.
Okay, I just don't understand. For homecoming, you're here to have a good time. People.
Yeah.
There's so much traffic. You don't know who goes to school, who doesn't. So, it's being it's unsafe to know that you can't just go out, just have fun,
How do you go to a different city and end up killing somebody?
Right.
That's what bothers me. It's like homecoming. The thought of, yes, you're supposed to get turned, supposed to have fun, but just the fact that you I'm sure they didn't plan it, but still, the fact you end up wanting to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't think they never found out it was just an altercation. He was just trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he got caught in the crosshairs of it. And I feel like that's so unfortunate for this kid, because it's not like he was around the wrong people, but sometimes you just can't Now, you know, say don't surround yourself with the wrong people. Sometimes you just in a situation where you were with the right people, but just the wrong group of people came to your situation, and it's just like, man, it's messed up for him because I heard he wanted to play basketball. He was getting looked at by colleges, and it's like he was on the right track, and now he lost his life because some kids wanted to not make the right decision and just killing somebody. You're only 18 years old.
Yeah, other witnesses came to his family later and said how shocking it was because it was literally, he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. He wasn't doing anything. He wasn't saying anything. I saw an interview with his older brother that was speaking about that and how just devastated he was because it was just an issue of him just being at like the wrong place at the wrong time. And it's just so sad. It's such a shame that people can't come to a simple homecoming without something like this happening.
And I think it kind of speaks for other universities to monitor what's happening on their campuses. Now that at ISU, they're going to be looked at a little bit more differently. Kids, they kind of want to go there now. Maybe a little skeptical of going there. So.
Yeah, but I mean, ISU has an issue, but as well, IU, I don't know. They've been having a pretty bad fall for the news that's been coming out from that school
for a long time though.
I didn't even know it was like that. IU, I always thought that IU was like the number one school in Indy. It's the best school to go to,
So beautiful campus, all these majors, got your
yes.
hospitals, got your everything.
But I guess like the bad comes with the good because for a lot of good, they have a lot of bad. Like as far as with the frat, what they did, Alpha Tau Omega, they had one of their people going through the process. He was
hazing scandal.
Yeah, hazing scandal. He was giving oral sex to
some strippers. Questionable.
I saw the video. It was wild. That's a scene you put in a movie. Like that should have been on this from the movie Neighbors. That should have been a part because that was crazy. And the fact that somebody recorded.
Yeah, and they was like, "Hey, bro."
In this age and social media, like everything can spread like wildfire. It spreads so quick. So how do they think this is not going to be put on blast?
It's kind of hard even for teenagers to control themselves on social media accounts because they get too carried away with it. And I think it kind of bites them in the butt in the long term because they're not gonna be able to get jobs when they get older. You see your face in the video, your employer's gonna look at that and not gonna want to hire you. So we're not thinking at all. I think
that frat at IU that's banned. That's not even no longer recognized on IU campus. So that's. I don't know what made them think that was a good hazing thing to do. I mean, I'm sure frats and sorors, they have their hazing, but man, if you're going to record it, think of twice before you do it. Especially, and it went on Twitter. It's going to go so quick, man. You can make a tweet and then 2 minutes later, it already have 300 retweets, and it's going to get shared from people that's not even in the state.
Right, across the country, so.
And I don't get what they thought they were doing. I don't know. They are crazy. I knew that stuff happened, but man, for you to go that big, like, it looked like it was having Project X.
It was deep in there.
Project X hazing, and it was crazy. And then the other thing that happened at IU, a student attacked a Muslim woman trying to take out her job, and that he was yelling white power, and then he ended up, I think he bit the cop. So, yeah, he's no longer expelled. He's expelled. He's going to face charges, of course. And she said, like, she felt like he almost could have killed her when he was grabbing her neck. And he put her head to the table, so it's like she was screaming for her husband to come to her help. And I just want to know, like, what's going on with, like, that's crazy.
So a lot, I don't know, just with ISIS attacking the United States, people get this weird feeling and feel they have to act out in violence against Muslim people. In the Muslim culture.
He yelled white power. He ain't even yell American power.
Right.
So, of course, you know what I'm saying?
So it's like race and, I
feel like they're going too far. That was just an excuse. He probably could have said something like you're saying with being afraid for America, but that wasn't even like an American type act. You were singling her out because you want to be crazy and
she could be an American woman.
Exactly.
That's just her religion.
That.
And also, people are killing people just based on their religion simply because of that. He was taking off her head covering. Which was wrong.
Extremely disrespectful.
Because it's already controversial for female Muslims to wear that anyway, because people already feel like they shouldn't wear that. There shouldn't be a lot for them to wear that, but it's them expressing their religion and their pride, and that's what they're supposed to do, cover themselves with their hijab. That's already a controversial issue. So him attacking her, trying to take it off of her, it's like, what are you doing? That has nothing to do with you not liking Muslims, especially if you're yelling white power. That's contradicting yourself. So now
I'd say like an ignorant move, and I read that Indiana University dismissed him from school, but this boy needs to get in somebody's school to get some education and learn that
culture,
you can't do that.
Uh-huh.
You need to learn about these people before you single them out at a coffee shop with her daughter. Like, you need to learn. You don't need to learn with other students. Maybe you need to go take some time by yourself, take a little time out, and read a book, but you need to learn.
I think we're becoming such an ignorant society based on stereotypes. I think if we were more open as a people, we'd be more understanding. But because the stereotypes and that people have placed, even the adults in our lives have put these stereotypes from when we were little. People have grown up with all these different things in their head that believing that people are a certain way just because of the color of their skin or the way they talk or act or dress. It's not right. So.
And then I'm sorry, IU, we're not dissing, but it's like, we got to get better because you have the student Joseph Smedley. He was found dead at the lake, and he was going missing. I know a lot of people that I follow on Instagram and Twitter, they was posting him, and I think they said his roommate came into their dorm room. He found a note saying that I moved out the country, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then a few days later, he was found dead.
See, and
his family thought that was fishy. Like, he's not going nowhere.
Out of the country, though.
And I don't think I heard no news about they found the killer, and that's even more crazier.
Right. So therefore, they might still be on campus, and it's still being allowed to happen because
IU students are still outraged about that and the other incidents with the suicide. They just want to know. They just want to know what's going on. It doesn't have to be a text alert every 5 seconds. Oh, he's on foot. Oh, he's here. Oh, he's there. But they need to know something to feel safe on campus.
Right. Yeah, the one couple, the boyfriend ends up killing her, then hangs himself. She said that he always been a controlling boyfriend. He would stalk her, not let her go back home. And that's just unfortunate. It's like it's a lot of stuff going on in colleges that's not really getting focused on. You know, like you hear the PWI versus HBC, okay, but still nobody's lives are getting lost in that issue. There's a lot of issues going on. In this state alone, and I feel like this needs to be addressed more. Like it's bigger than just actually like rape, because rape that's like the only issue that they really talk about in college.
Focus,
yeah, but it's kidnappings that's really been going on a lot, especially at IU. A lot of people have been kidnapped and found up dead. So I feel like there's a lot of other issues going on in college that we need to focus on more than just drinking and the rape.
Yeah.
And it's way bigger than that. But we're going to take a quick break right here, and we're going to be back for Live in Color. All right.
WDRD. We are live in color.
All right, y'all. We are back from that commercial break now. Okay, we're going to get back into the gist of things now. First things first, we're going to talk about the 4-year-old girl who tragically died in a road rage in New Mexico. Apparently, the person who killed her, Tori D. Torres, cut him off, and there was some verbal altercation between the two, and then he just went and put out a gun and just started firing inside the car. And what do y'all think about that? Like, how that?
I think people overreact in simple situations. I don't think any of this would have happened if people would have just stayed in their lane and just mind their business. I think people, when they're driving, they don't think of the consequences of what they're going to do in their actions. Because you're driving down the street and somebody cuts you off, your first reaction is to get mad and upset, and just you have to realize that you're going to get to point B. Just calm down, and I think everything would have been so much better if they wouldn't have reacted the way they did.
Like I said that Garcia picked up his kids from school, and then they crossed each other in the highway. Garcia gestured towards the driver and called him a effing idiot, and then Torres put up beside him, said something, but Garcia didn't know what he was saying. And Torres claims that Garcia was trying to drive him off the road, which I guess gave him the motive to start firing into the car. So I don't know, but that's just one of the situations where you're picking up your kids from school and all of a sudden, like, you lose a child. Like, that's crazy how you just go from that. Like, I'm sure that was the same everyday thing. You go pick your kids up and all of a sudden you get into altercation with another driver and that driver ends up killing your kids. Like, it's just, that's so unfortunate for him.
But say she didn't pass away now, would it be different now? They're in the car, I imagine, during the situation. They were both scared. Now, he's setting the example for the children, and they're seeing their dad upset now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, parenting, that's when that comes into play. I just don't think that was a good thing on his part.
Knowing your kids are in the car, that altercation, you get letting your kids see you that angry over something
Right.
that simple. That should never happen in the first place. And we see just with a catalyst added, he's mad, 2 angry men, car, truck, being boom, and she's gone. It's so sad that it had to go that far.
Car altercations, they're so weird because they escalate. I feel like they escalate real quick.
Yeah.
Like that. I remember this past summer, this guy tried to take, he didn't let me try to go in his parking spot in my apartment. And I was trying to back up into it. And then he's telling me, I was telling him to go around. He didn't go. And then he gets out of the car and said, what are you doing? I'm trying to park. No, there's no way you're trying to park. He's basically trying to insult my intelligence. He say, if you're gonna park like that, how'd you use your driver's license? I'm like, dude, I'm trying to like, do you take math? I'm like, what do you have? He's like, I'm like, what do math got to do with this? Like, you're overdoing it. Like, he was a grown man. And I'm kind of school him. I'm like, bro, kids is getting shot out here, and you're really arguing me about a parking space.
spot.
And I live here. Gonna find out he was a boyfriend of the girl of the lady who lived in the apartment. So you don't even live here.
You
I've been
guess.
Resident.
I've been parking in his apartment for 2 to 3 years, and you're trying to school me on how to park right. I'm like, you can see I was backing up. I'm backing up for a reason. So like, what do you expect? What do you think I was trying to do? Back out the apartment? No, I'm trying to back to a parking spot. So just go around. I'm already here. It's like car altercations. They escalate so quickly. Like, what is the issue with people driving, like road rage itself? Like, I feel like that is a real condition because people really do get angry. I'm like, man, what is it? When people walking, they don't get into it like that.
As well, just thinking just about situations, even with the gun, when people have that power behind them, if they're behind the wheel, they're in control of their own car. They can do what they want. They can move the wheel. They can press accelerator if they want to. Just like with a gun, if somebody has a gun, they're going to have as much power. They're going to think they're more powerful and try to shoot the gun. And I just think that's one of the situations that happened, and he just got overwhelmed with what he was in.
But poor Tony, he's getting charged with an open count of murder, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, assault with the intent to commit a violent felony, shooting at or from a motor vehicle, child abuse resulting in death, and tampering with evidence, and he's being held on a $650,000 cash only bond. And they said cash only. So cash only. I didn't even know I didn't know bonds can do a cash only. I just thought if you paid, you paid at any time before a payment. But he's cash only, so they're like, yeah, we'll make sure you don't get out on this bond. Which I guess justice is being served there, but we don't know.
Hope not. That's a tragedy.
Yeah. But in the lighter news of the situation, let's move on to something a little bit less serious. And let's talk about the Westbrooks.
Okay.
And not Russell Westbrook, which I thought it was. We're going to talk about the family of the Westbrooks. And I guess the star of it will be, on Instagram, on social media, she's known by India Love.
Mm-hmm.
And the real question is, this may be like a little shade topic for us, but like, why do y'all got a TV show?
I think we've seen this a lot here on television. Why?
Right.
Why? I feel like I enjoy BET, so I feel like they wouldn't do something very stupid. So there must be a purpose. There must be other people outside of this room that like them, love them, want to see a show of them. But other than I read about them a little bit. Other than having some model opportunities and some of them being mothers and want to do branch off and be some entrepreneurs and some fashion type things. Other than that, 2 million followers between 5 sisters.
And one of them has 1 million of followers.
India is the
India
1.2 million of the 2, so...
I am not a fan of India Love. I don't know what you do to earn a TV show.
19 years old.
I
feel like my opinion, I feel like it's crazy for people to argue against me of why they deserve a TV show or why it's okay. I'm like, I don't know. What did they work at to get a TV show other than posting pictures every day just to get 10,000 likes?
Yeah, I'm reading it also. It says at times India has been known to take over 100 pictures at a time just to see if they're perfect, just to put on the account. So now you're 19 years old. She's 19. She's dated NBA players, plural.
Yeah, plural.
And
And you're
the game.
barely legal.
And she's, I think, insinuating to young women that it's okay to do this. She has breast implants.
Yeah, it's like, how do you get breast implants?
Where the mom with daddy?
How do you get
Why
breast
they're
implants?
on the show too. I saw this promotion for the show during the Hip Hop Awards, and I was literally in awe that BT would actually pick this up. I'd rather have Run's House back on. I love Run's House,
yes.
but Why are we having black families that are probably regular people on TV? They live in a regular house. The only thing is they just good at taking pictures.
That's really all it is. Like their cover for the TV show is from socialites to socialites. So it's like
No. Think
no,
again.
no
You're not.
like I don't get it. It's like I don't know. Reality TV, social media really is starting to become the new business, which is kind of disappointing. And I feel like BET they just desperate for a show.
Yeah.
As you can
Well,
see,
new shows have been coming out. Nellyville is really
yeah,
good.
Nellyville. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
How
good.
he
That's good.
talks to his
But
children.
does it really get that publicity like it should though? You know what I'm saying? I don't like on
'Cause
Twitter.
it's not drama.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's what I'm saying. On
Yeah.
Twitter, nobody really talks about Nellyville's coming on. Nellyville's coming on.
Right.
But when I'm watching it and people around me watching, they like the show.
Yeah.
Nobody really talking about it. I don't get the coverage like it should because it just shows like the regular life of Nelly. It's not gonna be no drama life. It's like the real life. And then I'm like, how did these girls get a show? Like of course, he was a rapper. He had success. He actually made accomplishments. What did they do? Like, what goals?
This
did they
family
accomplish?
has drama in itself. It showed the preview of the season how they're going to get into it, and they're being compared to the Kardashians. Which I mean, if I was the Kardashians, I'd be in awe because why?
Be
am I-
insulted,
Right.
even though they really didn't do
Right.
anything either. At
Right.
least they
Man,
had
they
a
gotta
few more
they gotta
accomplishments.
compete with full lips, sex tapes. They many celebrities if they want to be on the same pedestal as Kardashian because I'm sorry they're kind of they're a good decade behind
I
it.
would say a generic version of them, an
Yeah.
off-brand of the Kardashians.
I mean
these
the
girls.
Kardashians even came in a magazine. They said like I forgot what did I forgot which magazine it was though, but they said the real first family. Kind of expected Obama's. Yeah.
Oh, they call them the real first family.
They said it was something like that. It was like the first family, and then on Twitter, everybody's trolling. I'm like, what do you mean first family? They had show a picture of the Obamas. Have you seen the Obamas, or do you know what the first family definition really is? Like the
Yeah.
first president. I mean, the first lady. It's like I mean that really goes with prudential people, but they're called first lady. Westbrook's. I don't think they're ever gonna get that type of title. So
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
like,
know if this show it shouldn't get picked up for a second season because it's not beneficial. I mean, they're just looking at the drama, I think.
Yeah.
And I can see if they were successful people. These are brand new people. I've never heard of
Or
these people.
even telling the story of like the whole like you said, the social media this rise, like the whole overnight success. You post a video and next thing you know you got all these followers. It'd be different if they focused on that and how they're going to improve their careers. But the promotion for the show is talking about sister versus sister. Which model's going to make it?
Yeah.
Pitting the family against each other
Yeah.
and
this
what
is
is the value?
India's the main
Yeah.
focus for the show.
And
Now-
they'll even say, oh, this sister thinks that she's the black sheep. Or is it going to be, Brie versus Crystal or India versus whoever? And why? This is a family
Yeah, as
that
much
you're
as
picking
BET
apart.
could do to promote good black families, I think this is one of the downsides.
cause it's like they're not that really relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not gonna bring that much audience. Especially like say if you don't have an Instagram, nobody's gonna know who she really is.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to really be a user of Instagram to actually even be able to watch this show. The only person I feel like who's winning is Soulja Boy because apparently his fool he on all types of different reality shows. He on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
He's on this show, mess with different girls, even though that's bad. But hey, he seemed like he love doing what he's doing. He on two different networks, so I guess he's winning in sort of a sense. But let's move on to the issue with Meek Mill. I feel sorry for my man. He's hurting right now. You know what I'm saying? I guess Wale was on the Breakfast Club. He was talking. They asked him about his comments on the Drake versus Meek Mill, and he quoted saying Meek Mill, he brought a pencil to a gunfight, and Meek Mill went on Instagram and I ain't never seen a label made like disrespect another label so bad. You know how Tiger had his issues against Drake. It was like not disrespect, but he's basically Meek Mill is telling Wale to go kill himself basically. The way he was talking on Instagram, he said and be doing all this to drop a new record. Gobson about he's cussing too much though, but he just said you're not MMG no more. This is why you can't get my number. You a bleed, you dead crack right now at Wale. F out of here, nut. Like. There's much more to it, but he's going in. And the way he's speaking, like, do you have the authority to even put him at MMG?
Exactly. Who authorized this?
It's like he was basically, he sounded so sure that he's out to the point where people ask Rick Ross, well, is Ron really out? Because Meek Mill talking like he really is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Rick Ross, he got to play both sides. He's just basically saying they squash. He said he squashed the beef between them. I don't think so. This been going on for a lot. This is going from a while now, Meek Mill versus Wale. And I guess just Meek Mill just don't vibe with Wale's, soft spoken, more of the.
Why is he always attacking The other rappers I don't understand is what's going on with him to make him want to do all these stuff. I mean, first it was Drake, and that was just a big ordeal, and you see what that turned into, big rap battles.
And he just
Drake
keeps
came out on
losing.
top.
Like,
Just saying.
he told him, go
So
jump
does-
off a roof like you've been trying to do, chump.
Oh,
What you been trying to do?
Yeah, he said that to Wale Meek Mill did. Yeah. And then Wale tweeted saying, currently looking for a roof. I don't know what's going on between two label mates. They need to do something. Rick Ross said they're actually gonna make they're collaborating on some more music together. So I'm like, how you gonna have these fools make music together? It's like,
Exactly.
they might do the Chris Brown and Drake approach. You know, the song they did with Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj. I don't know. I don't think they're recording in the same studio, but they might go with that approach because I don't know what they're gonna do because Meek Mill seems like he dislikes Wale 100%. And it's hurting Meek Mill because I feel like a lot of people, he's losing a lot of fans off this. You know, with the Drake, he already, which I feel like he was kind of biased, you know, as far as saying that Drake ended Meek's career or he's going to. I feel like when people still mess with Meek Mill, they just feel like you need to kind of, you know, it's okay to be active on social media, but like you just disrespecting everybody. It's like everybody look at you now as a Judas in hip hop. You know,
where is the love?
Love it.
I don't know what's going on with Meek Mill. I don't know. I don't even know. Like it's crazy that Nicki really haven't spoken on none of this stuff that's going on.
Well, I mean, that's smart on her part.
Yeah,
Because
because she really the Drake. I understand the Drake though thing because
Yeah.
like you really can't. You gonna speak good shit. Boyfriend or speak good shit label mate. And you have a good relationship with both of them, so I know you ain't trying to tamper neither of that. But at the end of the day, you gotta pick and choose. Like they feel like the Cha Cha video. I mean the Hotline Bling video with Drake. They said that was a little reference. The girl that was in there, they compared to Nicki Minaj being on there.
I think that shit is.
They like the little,
Here's
you know,
some-
little shade. I don't know, Meek Mill. You know, you got my support though, but really you need to, you know, get better. But you know, that's all what we have for y'all today, folks. You know, but don't live your life in black and white. Live live in color.
WDRD. We are live in color.